my kid used this with a torch and shine it under your chin. I said that to my brother and absolutely terrify him, and I'm sure it actually looks equally terrifying whether I'm doing that right now or not. Anyway, well, this is quite an amazing video we're doing here because it's the cutaway of the Physic MIDEX, and what makes it incredible is this speaker is absolutely jam-packed with cutting-edge technology that other manufacturers, if I'm being honest, are kind of catch-up. Physic, I'd say, are a great innovator in pioneering their own patented technology. Everything they do is in-house, so you're not going to find a pair of third-party drivers in this loudspeaker that have been shoehorned in from another manufacturer. Where to start? There's so many amazing things in the MIDEX. The MIDEX is the newest model in the Physic range in this style of speaker, and it takes a lot of the trickle-down technology from the structure. Now, the structure is a flagship Physic speaker. It was launched at Munich about a year and a half ago, and this takes some of that technology here. So let me kind of take you through the bullet points. I think, and I'm sure you'll agree, there are very few manufacturers that I know that would happily cut away the side of the loudspeaker and let you see what's inside. We've had a look inside some speakers actually that have come in from some fairly well-known manufacturers whose names I won't mention, and it is startling what you find in there, sort of bed mattress foam stuffed in to act as some kind of dampening. Physic used technology to do similar things. So here we go. The first thing to tell you is it's a sandwich construction, and one of the advantages of the sandwich construction is that they use a ceramic foam technology. Now this is about 80% air, but it's almost as hard as diamond. So the advantage that actually gives is that you can have more cabinet space, therefore more volume. The benefit of that is it gives you a much bigger sounding speaker than the cabinet actually suggests. But you've also got incredible rigidity, because something that's nearly as hard as diamond is going to be incredibly rigid. So rather than have the whole cabinet made of MDF, which a lot of manufacturers do, Physic have got this sandwich construction, so there's lots of advantages. The other advantage with this particular speaker here, this is the glass version. So you can see externally there's bonded glass, and in fact Manfred, who is the designer at Physic, will tell you that this also adds to the rigidity and the dampening aspects of the cabinet. So great, and kudos to Physic for doing that. Equally sort of passed down from the structure technology, if you look here, if Grant can get a close look, you'll see this is a dual basket design for the driver. One of the amazing things, and as far as I know, Physic are pioneers with this technology, these baskets are actually 3D printed. That gives them a great advantage in terms of manufacturing, because they can design it exactly the way they want. There is actually a tiny circle spot that bonds these two baskets together. So you've got the inner basket, which is designed to absorb all the vibrations from the Hyper Holographic 3 driver, which is the latest holographic driver from Physic. You then got this tiny circle spot that bonds it to the rear basket, and again that material that it's bonded with has got anti-dampening materials too, dampening materials, so it basically kills all the vibrations. What you then get, of course, is the purest sound possible, and this is what makes Physic speakers, I mean, they are, honestly, it's like you laugh when you hear a pair for the first time, because they really take you by surprise. The other clever aspects of this speaker are, and again I'll take you through the kind of key points, we have got a dampened and isolated terminal on the rear, and you can see this, it's also got the high-spec WBTs. The crossover is also mounted and isolated from the cabinet itself. Again, if you think about all, when you think about all this technology, what Physic are achieving that others that I'm aware of are not, is that they understand fully the necessity to get you the purest sound possible, to get you the music, and that ultimately is what hi-fi is all about. We want to get as close to that recording as we possibly can. You can see here also this internal ceramic foam. Again, this is incredibly rigid, but actually you'll see there's cutaways inside there. I don't know, it's quite dark. Oh, you can't actually see that outside using this sort of up torch technique that Grant's obviously got there on the floor. This allows air to pass through, but equally it does not impact on the rigidity of the cabinet itself. I kind of touched on the hyper holographic drivers, and Grant can kind of come round this way slightly. You'll see we have got, the other thing they do is the fact that they have got an array of drivers, both a driver above the tweeter and also below. We've got two woofers, one at the top, one at the bottom, and again this is designed to reduce interference patterns that are caused by drivers, so that when rhythm and timing, which is vital to get a good sound, when that sound arrives to you at the listening position, everything is timed perfectly. So you get this incredibly holographic soundstage, you get this amazing separation in the soundstage, which again is one of, I'd say one of the characteristics that every audio physic loudspeaker has. I think you can tell we're pretty passionate about audio physics speakers, and that's for very good reason. They are incredibly good at what they do. And I would almost challenge you, if you're in the market right now for a loudspeaker, even if it's not the MIDEX. In fact, we have a deal of the day on an A- pair of MIDEX that I think Grant may have already published the video on that, Grant, of Martin unboxing them. Is that right? Nice. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is like but I'm not sure when this video is going to go. This might go out before the other one. But anyway, if it's not out already, there is an unboxing video of Martin unboxing a pair of walnut MIDEX, which is the same speaker as this loudspeaker is. We showed these speakers at the Ascot show, and they were up against some pretty stiff competition. We also had a pair of Verity Parsifal anniversaries, which are about £27,000, which is basically 3 times the price of the MIDEX. And I'll tell you something, and without taking anything away from the Verities, which are also an amazing loudspeaker, the MIDEX did not shame themselves in the slightest. In fact, the comments we got from the MIDEX at Ascot were incredible. I'm a huge fan of MIDEX. I own a pair of MIDEX personally. I don't always like to say what I own and don't own, because it's almost like I'm endorsing them, and in a kind of a way I am, because of what they do. But that shouldn't sway you by any way whatsoever. What we always want people to do is to make up your own mind. What we are very good at, and if you're open to it, we can give you some really good advice as to what's going to work in your system. And then to make it even easier, we want you to get it in your system and try it and make sure it does what we think it will do, and equally, more importantly, what you will hope that it will do when you get it in there. And to that end, we will offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee on any pair of audio physic loudspeakers that you take for home trial. And that's because, firstly, we want to make sure it's right for you, but most importantly, we have so much confidence in Audio Physic as a loudspeaker brand that we know that when you get them there, the thing you will not want to do is to hand them back again. And that is the feedback we get from clients on all Audio Physic loudspeakers is universally the same, that there is a passion, a love, and it's easy to understand why. I mean, these are all handmade in a German factory by people who really care about what they do. And having met most of the main people at Audio Physic, this passion comes right from the top. Wolfgang is a man that cares passionately about giving the audiophile the absolute best that they possibly can for your money. And if you see the painstaking process, the tuning process that these speakers go through before they even get close to production, I mean, it's absolutely incredible. You could have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 versions of the same speaker just to get the one that they know, with the slight variance both in components and the crossover, the positioning of the ceramic foam, the sandwich construction, the dual basket design, all this sort of, these unique features that Audio Physic have. And then you get this, and it's all about the music. And then when you sit there and you hear the music, then you know that all that hard work has paid off. So again, I say kudos to Audio Physic. They have produced, in recent times, some of the best loudspeakers that the audiophile audience have ever had the pleasure to hear. So here we have it, the full cutaway of the Audio Physic MIDEX loudspeaker. It is, in my opinion, a real jewel in a fantastic range of loudspeakers in any case, but the standout is, and in fact there's great reviews. There's a great 6 Moons review. We've got another review that is planned with Hi-Fi News for the MIDEX loudspeakers, and no doubt Paul Miller will be putting these through their paces, both in the test measurements but then also in the listening, which is the most important thing. And I always remember, Keyword of Hi-Fi World once said to me, you can measure a loudspeaker and it can measure perfectly and it can sound terrible. So it just goes to show you there's a lot more to making a great loudspeaker than just the science. Yeah, the science and the technology plays a really important part, and that's one thing you can be sure when you buy an Audiophysic loudspeaker, you are buying some of the best technology currently available. But what they are so good at is getting the best sound from that technology. And if you ever really want to hear what your system can do, let us get you to try a pair of these at home. So there you go. MIDEX, amazing loudspeaker, great technology, it's all there, nothing hidden for you to see, and wow, what a sound. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching. Please, if you haven't signed up to our newsletter, please sign up. It's the best place to get the latest information and videos like this that we do. Also, we have newsletter exclusive offers that you will only ever find in our newsletters. You won't see them anywhere else, because we want to reward people that have taken the time to subscribe and are interested in what we have to say. More importantly, we're interested in what you've got to say. So if you've got any comments, ideas or suggestions of things that you would like us to video or tell you about, then drop us an email, pick up the phone and call us. We love to talk about all things audio and hi-fi. There's never enough time to talk about the things we'd love to talk about. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this insight into a remarkable loudspeaker today. And we look forward to talking to you again very soon. Thanks for watching.